Okay, guys, now we're going to go over another counter to the leg lace pass. It's a really tricky pass in this position, so it's important that we go over the counters for this. So what we're going to do is talk about how to create space to open up these attacks for us, because like imagine if our partner is actually going for this pass, they're putting a lot of consistent forward pressure that can usually only be replicated in live training. So we're going to nip that in the butt, and then I'm going to show you guys how to get a nice back take. Okay, now he's going for the leg weave pass, smashing my hips. Now it's very hard for me to pull my knee out. Okay, I can't really arm drag him without getting my leg out, okay? So a great way to do this, a great way is to use our hand. That's why these frames are here, okay? So when I feel like I need to put some pressure forward, when he's putting pressure forward and I need some space to get my knee out, I'm gonna have to use my hands to push, okay? Just like this, both of my hands. Okay, he's pushing into me. I'll even get my forearm under his throat like I've showed in the past videos, and I'll start pushing, okay? When I feel like his shoulder's away from my leg, all I'm gonna do is bring my knee to my chest, okay? And as my knee is coming out, my hand that's lower towards his arm is going to grab his tricep, boom. Okay, so he's pressuring into me, okay? I push, okay, I start bringing my knee out. That's the motion right there. Okay, when I feel like my knee's almost out, look, before my foot even clears his arm, I grab his armpit right here, his tricep. Once I feel like my arm's on his tricep, before my foot gets to pass his arm, the moment my foot disconnects from his arm, guess what? I'm going shoulder to shoulder and grabbing the hip. Notice how I'm using my elbow as a point of base here, okay? You're not on your side, okay? I'm on my elbow, okay? And I'm pulling his hip into my lap as I'm hip escaping backwards. Just like this. From here, progression to the seatbelt. Now you can also do it like this when he's leg weaving, okay? I can go ahead and grab his wrist with the same hand that I was doing with the off balance sweep before and use my free hand to push, okay? It's actually better for the connection to the wrist too, okay? Because you don't need to really see his wrist now because I'm holding it in my hand. I can feel it. I'm more connected to it. I know when he's moving it. I know when he's strengthening it. I know when he's relaxing it. Okay, so this touch is important. So I'm pushing on his torso. You can push on his throat. You can push on his arm. Just something to get this shoulder away from the leg. He wants to be here. That means I want him to be here, okay? So when I feel like I'm pushing him away, I'm going to bring my knee to my chest. Now I'm keeping this wrist too. The hand that's stiff arming is just gonna drop to the armpit. And same thing as the first arm drag butterfly or the fishing pole butterfly sweep we went over in the beginning. I'm going shoulder to shoulder and grabbing this hip. Notice I'm on my elbow again for a point of base, okay? Not on my side, okay? Use your elbows, two birds with one stone. I got my hand busy and my elbow busy. I pull that hip into my lap, progress to the seatbelt. Another way to hit this too. When they're going for the leg lace pass, okay? And they're smashing, okay? This head is so close to me, okay? So whatever hand that isn't towards my hip, closest to my hip, is gonna reach over and get I call it a reverse chin strap, okay? So, and this is only a means to make my opponent's hands very busy, okay? I need his hands are busy right now with the leg weave and controlling this wrist, okay? So I need his hands to do something else. So I have one hand, and he has one neck. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab his neck with my one hand, reverse chin strap, and I'm gonna start torquing. Make sure that your shoulder is behind his neck so his head can't pop out. So even if you have to grab and then get close ear to ear, that's fine too. I start torquing away. And sometimes if he doesn't do anything with his hands, I can just keep moving. Keep sweeping, okay? Because the body follows the head. Okay. So he's got a nice little side smash here. I'm gonna go ahead and get that reverse chin strap. Now, in a perfect world, I would do what I just did and off balance him over, okay? But a savvy grappler is always going to address the problem at hand. So the moment that he feels his neck is in danger, he's going to address it, okay? Maybe if one hand's not working, go ahead and grab it. When he grabs with one hand, look what I do. When I have the chin strap, he goes to grab it. Look what I do. I redirect, and I'll just grab this hand. So now he only has one hand to grab this chin strap with because I'm controlling with it. He's going to be trying to grab his chin, and I'm just redirecting. I'm not necessarily like holding it stiff. I'm just making sure that his hand doesn't get back here to my hand. Okay, so that leaves him with one option. Which hand are you going to use to get free? And then when you use that hand, look, you can just go ahead. You don't even need to really even grab through his arm. All you need to do is just grab an armpit. Okay, so I'm here in the leg lace, right here in the reverse chin strap. He starts trying to hand fight, I go ahead and redirect. So which hand are you going to use now? And when I feel you do that, I'm going to go ahead and bring my knee out, okay? And your hand's not going to be grabbing my leg anymore. It's going to be really easy, okay? And all I'm doing is looking for an armpit now, okay? And once I find that armpit, drag. Same thing, on my elbow. Notice how I opened up my knee like I did for the crucifix and the over-under counter videos? You can always do that to take the back. Just make sure that if you need to use your hand, don't use your hand and use your fist. I get my seatbelt, we're turning back to the mat. Okay? There's a lot of things you can do with this chin strap. Okay? He's got the leg weave. Let's say I'm right here. His hand's busy, he's grabbing it, I redirect. I'll start even just coming up, just to stand up. Because now I can, no matter what, I can just sit back to guard and I'm fine. Okay, so I'll really use it as a means of distraction to do whatever I want to do when he's addressing that. Okay, so once the hand, I really use that concept. If the hands are busy, I'm moving. I can do whatever I want because his hands are everything. Okay, so when he's here, just conceptually speaking, like, you don't need to do either of those sweeps. Once you have this reverse chin strap and his hands are busy and I'm redirecting and he's getting frustrated, I can just start coming up to my elbow, start building up, you know, maybe snap down to the front headlock to the guillotine, spin to the back, lots of options. Just the concept is when the hands are busy addressing some threat, it's a lot easier to do what you want to do. So that's your window of opportunity always when the hands are busy. So I'm always grabbing chins, you know, pushing throats, things that are going to make them stop what they're doing to address what I'm doing. And once they do that, that's my window of opportunity and all my moves.